So, Bose versus Bros?
Let me
Or
see.
is and? You brought up a good point. So friends first. So you get in a relationship, you have to be friends first, right?
I think so.
Okay. So can friends sleep with each other?
Um,
But this is the reason I bring this up, right? Because I know that was kind of put you on the spot. So the reason I say that is because you said before you make that soul tie, right? The soul tie, which we're indicating that you have to have sex to do this, right? So before you do that,
but remember the last episode I said I think sometimes it's a mind thing.
Okay. So anyway, no, right. I get it.
Excuse me.
But what I'm saying now is that you have this certain connection with this person. You think that you have to build every person that you become sexual with. You have to build this friendship first.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I
feel
think
that.
so.
So you feel like there's no ever alternative like to that. There's never ever like you see a person and you're automatic. Not saying that you automatically have sex with them, but you automatically start thinking romantic.
No, I think that leads to destruction. I think it leads to destruction. The times are so different. I'm not super old, but the times are just so different now. And it's like, okay, before I say we gonna talk, or before I say we exclusive, I need to be your friend. I need to know what bothers you, what ticks you off, because during that friendship, you'll realize like if that person's just gonna be your friend, or if you can see more with that person. So it won't be like too crazy when something does transpire. And to answer your question, I think friends can. I think it just depends on the friends.
Okay.
And who the friends are.
I don't think that even though you're friends or they use the term friends with benefits, I don't think you can really be like a true like friend and then have that soul tie and then things still be the exact same. I think that once you start having sex, you introduce a different element to that relationship. And I'm not saying it's bad, but it is a stronger bond. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it depends on the person, the situation. Like that's real, situational based. But it definitely strengthens the connection if that's what you guys are on.
Yeah.
For sure. Go ahead.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh, bless. All right, turn it off. Go ahead. But
You guys shocked?
number 6, bless. You defend your right to stay in a relationship with the person that your soul is tied to, even though it is negatively affecting or even destroying the most important relationships in your life. So I think this is one that's actually this is gonna go into that best friend thing, right? I think that. So say like you get married and you get in a relationship. I'm not get married, but you get married and you keep pushing and you guys will get deeper in a relationship and you have this best friend that you've always had. But then that you're so tied to that best friend that you can't, and it doesn't have to even be opposite sex. It could be the same sex. Sometimes it can be that your best friend, that it's your best friend, y'all lived through, y'all ain't done everything, but she don't like your husband. And then she talk junk to him. And then she, you know what I'm saying? And then they don't get along. And then now you have to make that decision. And usually it ends up like, I'm going to have to pick between my husband and my friend. You know what I'm saying? Or in my case, my wife and my friend. You know what I'm saying? And I think that what I feel like with women, it's more apt to be like another woman per se, but with men, I mean, let me rephrase that. I think with women, it ends up being this other man that gets really, really close to her dude, and it's just like, I really wish that you would spend more time with me and not your homeboys. I wish you would, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's how it becomes. But for men, it's like if you got a girlfriend that's meddling, that's usually kind of the generalistic what I feel like from coming from this. Where I'm like, bro, I cannot stand your friend such and such. All right, so right now, let me see here. We talked about the negative. Let's go back and start. So we were talking about the 7 signs that you have an unhealthy soul tie.
Yeah.
So we talked about the physical, the emotional, and spiritual, and even the abusive part of that. We've talked about when you leave a relationship, maybe long ago, and the person just obsessed with you. We've talked about that. We talked about how you can't even do anything because of you're not around that person. We've talked about that. And then we've also talked about the negative traits of that person, of the soul that you're tied to, and you carry their offenses when you're actually not in agreement with them. So we talked about all of that. So we're no number 6, where we were talking about you defend your right to stay in a relationship with the person that your soul is tied to, even though it is negatively affecting or even destroying the important relationships in your life, your husband, wife, your kids, your leaders, etc. So that unhealthy soul tie, at least to me, when it's affecting every relationship in your life. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying, we together, we cool, and then you had this unhealthy relationship with somebody else, and we're trying to work, and all of a sudden it's like, I can't work, I can't be participant in certain things, I can't whatever. It was like, all because of, well, I got my friend, and you know, we're a little busy. So I feel like I'm stepping on some toes possibly. But,
No, you're not stepping on toes. I'm trying to figure out if you feel like this applies to you. Your own toes.
Yeah, my own toes.
It's your own toes. Read that again for yourself.
Yeah, I'm just reading one more time just for TV land.
For clarity.
For clarity. You defend your right to stay in a relationship with the person that your soul is tied to, even though it is negatively affecting or even destroying the important relationships in your life, i.e. your husband, your wife, your kids, leaders, etc. Let's let you answer first. I feel like this.
No, I want you to answer first. I want you to answer, but
I feel like the spirit was leading me.
The spirit is definitely leading you. Most definitely. Yeah, so go ahead and answer that, Josh. How do you feel about that one?
I think that sometimes you get to this place where you are so attached to somebody that it's like almost like I'm scared. I'm scared to kind of move without them because of so much I've been doing in my life with you, so much we've done together.
So you're defending.
So then I end up defending the right to other people. That I said. Why I understand why I can't not let this person go. I don't understand why that's an issue. Bless. But no, what I'm saying is that moment, right? So we're just talking in general. We're not talking about, specifically. Right. So, this is just abstract talk.
Oh, God. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely.
Right. How about you, Sanina? Do you have a soul tie that you're defending and says, you know what, I just can't let this thing go?
I don't think so. Is that a lie?
Yes, it is a lie.
I guess both of us got some soul ties to be released.
Some soul ties to be released. I mean, I
don't know. I know you don't want to talk about like whose soul tie is bigger, whose soul tie is
I don't think that's not a real thing.
I know,
soul
but
tie is bigger than the other.
I will disagree.
No.
I would disagree.
No. Nah, that's not the case. Let's just move forward.
Okay.
So, number 7, you have
simultaneous.
I don't think it's simultaneous.
That's simultaneous. I said, Lee, I'm sorry. But you didn't know how to say it either, so at least I was close. You like sign.
Anyway, you have simultaneous experiences and or moods as the person your soul is tied to. This can even include sickness, accidents, or addictions. So, and to me...
You were teaching today.
What? What? What did you say?
I don't know about this one.
That's a tough one for me. Because, I mean, you have...
Break that down.
Well, all right, so how about this? So, the person you're dealing with, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have the person that you had that soul tie with.
Mm-hmm.
If they feel like, you know what? I don't like this party. I don't like this car. I don't like this color.
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I don't like this car either. I don't like... Even though you just...
You do like it.
Right, you do like it.
Yeah,
So,
I can see that.
because I really think
I can see. It's just like
Go ahead.
like when you get gadgets and you get one that's good, and then you get another one and you think that one's better. It was the same one.
Hey, where did you get that, man?
Okay, I just don't know.
You got enough to give me one too?
Yeah, it's pretty much what happened. It's pretty much.
That's pretty much.
That's pretty much what happened.
That's how I be working, though. You know what I'm saying?
Working.
Yeah, that's how the Lord be working and blessing in your life. You know what I'm saying? So that you can be a blessing to others. What about that blessing? That's a whole separate type of podcast. We're not even about to get into all of that.
Okay, so
that's really a blessing. So we probably can move on because we don't have an applicable experience.
and we're moving.
In 1 Corinthians 6:15.
Please shut up.
Do you not know that the one who joins himself to a
Prostitute.
right, to a prostitute is, why was this an example? Okay.
Just stop reading Google.
Do not know that the one who joins himself to a prostitute is one body with her, for he says the two shall become one flesh. But why has to be a prostitute? Why was that?
We might as well be.
Let's move forward. You might as well be a prostitute.
I'm just saying, prostitutes give it up either for free or money. Would you say
No,
that?
that's not for free. Prostitutes do not give it up.
Some do. They might do it in exchange for drugs.
Exchange, but that's not free though. That's still something exchanged.
True.
Right.
But okay.
I think thoughts just give it up for free.
Well, maybe they didn't know the word thought when they wrote the Bible.
Whoremonger.
True.
Yeah, whoremonger. I'm pretty sure that's the thought of the Hebrew word.
Well,
ain't that what it is?
So all the. Okay, y'all, we're gonna stop.
You whoremongers.
Oh God. He didn't mean that, y'all. He didn't mean that.
Look, I'm pretty sure it's in the
true.
Bible
It's
somewhere.
just okay.
I mean,
It's true.
Okay, you great. Granted, it's true. It is true. But in conclusion of this, because I feel like because we're tying this up at the end, but I really want to really embellish about this soul type, like really be serious. Like it's not something to play with. It's definitely
It's
not
really
something
not.
that you can look at and say, it's something that you can just pass by, just like whatever. I think people now, and we've been watching a guy, Kevin Samuels, on YouTube, which is very interesting.
He's
guy,
so interesting.
Very interesting. But a lot of what he talks about, you know what I'm saying? He talks about a lot about
women
for sure. But he doesn't really go into like the soul tie per se, but then he always talks about the covenant, and then when people have sex, and then how things change and perceptions change, and then for it to be that serious. I mean, he even talks about, how the importance of like a woman having a child and how that affects her dating life and all that sort of thing. And I think that's that's just a small tidbit. But my point is, there are a lot of people that look at stuff like relationships, soul ties, babies, all that sort of stuff, and they just kind of make light of it. I personally was one of those people that made light of it. You know what I'm saying? Well, not saying that who you have a baby with doesn't matter, but it was just one of those things was, as long as I'm a good parent, it'll be fine. And that's honestly how I felt in the initial standpoint. But then when you start to kind of, go through life, and you're like, man, it's really not cracked up to be like that. You have to really plan this out. The person that you're with, you have to really, love and trust them if that's what you're going to be considering yourself in a relationship. If you're going to be considering yourself, connecting yourself as a soul tie. Because that person has a lot of control in your life.
Yes, Lord.
Indirectly, you know what I'm saying? Where you
know.
say, if we both, let's just say we both want to go out to dinner, and I don't like spicy food, but you love spicy food, you'll change your whole direction of your whole night just based upon what I want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you have to understand that if that's a person that you're willing to put those type of things and those boundaries on yourself for, you got to understand that it's
But
worth it.
I don't think that. I feel like that's more so like a compromise. I don't think it's necessarily like a soul tie.
Well, my point is that if you have that person that is super, super close with you like that, as far as like a soul tie, that compromise looks different. I think if you weren't a person that was in a soul tie relationship with somebody, it'll be easy to cut something off. It'll be easier to say no. It'll be easier to say, I have my own mind about this thing. And that's the point I'm trying to make.
Okay,
You know?
got you.
Yeah, for sure. But bless. For sure.
Yeah. So.
So, as we get to the close of this
Yeah.
conclusion, we really want to thank you guys for coming in.
Yes.
This is technically episode 3. This has been one of those episodes that's been more fun and energetic, and we definitely got some big issues coming up. We're working on bringing you guys new content each and every time that we try to post. We are trying to work to get more. Man, I don't like that.
It's okay. Just do it again.
Okay. All right, guys, as we got to the conclusion of this
Yes.
show, I am really excited that you guys were able to kind of come in and listen in and watch us. What you think about tonight's show?
Yeah. So I think it was great. I feel like you guys, with every episode, you're able to learn more about us, and I feel like you were able to, connect with us a little bit more deeper, understand, us, and then get a better understanding of what soul ties. And if you have a soul tie, you need to really think about that and try your hardest
For sure.
to let it go.
For sure. Because because it's honestly for your health.
For yours.
Not just your physical, not just the spiritual, but
mental.
it's mental as well. So all of that, so all of that is extremely important for you to be a whole person, right? So at the end of the day, again, we appreciate you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, comment, all that. Let your friends know that what we got going on around here, and even hit us up for suggestions, hit us up for show topics, any of that. So anyway, we're excited again that you guys came on board for this episode, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Again, this is Josh, and
I'm Sanina.
peace out.
Bye, y'all.